6:38 p.m. And we will start with the December minutes.
They look good to me. Short one.
Yeah, looks good. Alright. I will move to accept the minutes as submitted.
I will second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Accepted as submitted unanimously. And we will move on to the director's report.
Alright. It's time for town meeting planning again. Seems so soon. But the warrant is open, so any articles are due by February 24th. The annual report is also in progress. So our report is due by January 31st, so I'm going to work on that over the next couple weeks. Nothing special, just updating last year's. Kristen and I talked about the FY26 budget request for the library. So I'll be meeting with FinCom on the 22nd. And I brought up reallocating the funds from that 2006 special article so that we can use the money. She suggested we would just phrase it something along the lines of for the purposes of interior improvements for the library. So we can keep it vague enough that whatever we decide to do falls under that category, so that we can spend as much of it as possible in one year and we don't have to keep moving it around to different projects. Because I know last time I mentioned we could use it for a space use analysis. And then I reached out to other library directors and I said, have you done this before? How much did it cost? And everybody said, MBLC does it for free. So we don't have to pay.
So we don't need to do that.
It makes sense. And I definitely should have known that, but that's why we send emails.
We live, we learn, right?
MBLC and MLS actually both do it. So I'm having consultants from both
Awesome.
come out and visit to get as many ideas as possible.
That's
and
awesome.
then we will see what we can do in the short term to make the space a little bit better. So reallocating those funds will require putting a article on the warrant, which would require at least one of you to be at town meeting to make the motion.
I'll be there.
Or actually, I guess probably at least two of you, so somebody will
Yeah,
have to.
I'll
I actually
just
don't know
second.
how to work. Somebody will have to second it.
If you're gonna be there and you're gonna be there, then you have to take minutes.
Because it's an official meeting.
Because it's together. It's what do we call it? A quorum.
Yeah.
Quorum. That's it.
Huh.
I mean,
No,
I
I
plan.
wonder how that
Whatever she
works.
says, whatever they say in regards to it, like
Yeah, but I
we
wonder
have
how
to
that works
submit
because I don't
minutes.
think I doubt every committee does.
Well, if we
I'll
talk
ask
about
Kristen
it.
about
yeah,
it.
just
Just to be on the
Kristen,
safe
that's,
side.
That's what I was told. Like
Yeah.
with
It is also
we
possible
don't
that-
Yeah.
remember,
Yeah.
Right.
Because we were
It's also possible that that's how it is supposed to be done, and
people just don't. I don't know.
yeah. But
I mean,
it's
multiple
on
committees.
video.
Yeah.
So that's the other part of it. I don't know. I'll talk to Kristen about it, but
Yeah, that might be
just
little
a
bit.
heads up that it will be something that
So
you guys
maybe
have
in
to
that
do at
time
town
frame
meeting.
that we talk about it, maybe that's where we have to do minutes.
Yeah.
You know, any other thing is
Yeah,
fine.
yeah. Usually you
When's your
just
town
say,
meeting?
I'll ask Kristen what the
Yeah.
logistics are, but we've got
Yeah.
time to figure it. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Just wanted to make sure you're all
Where
aware.
it's like private or something. Maybe.
Because technically we're not allowed to talk about the library, like you and I,
Yeah.
at lunch, because we'd be a quorum.
I feel like town meeting has to be next session.
Yeah.
Anyways,
That'd be
yeah.
nice.
but then I will be there for any questions or
I mean, I'll probably just
discussions
be
that
there.
people want to
I'll
make at
vote.
town meeting.
I'll
Yeah.
vote for it and stuff. I don't know if I'll be
Yeah. I
involved
mean,
in.
we all
the,
live in the town, so
Yeah.
we all be at the town meeting.
Right.
That's so weird.
yeah.
So the special article funding, if it goes onto the warrant, we will be you would be proposing to what it would be allocated.
Yeah,
They wouldn't take it away. It wouldn't be like up for a
No.
vote to like go back to something else.
We have the funding right now, and it's the article. I don't remember the exact wording, was for the purposes of designing a new library building.
Yeah.
And then we've just had the leftover money that wasn't spent on the design plans, just kind of pulling along with our budget for the last 20 years.
Just start depreciating, yeah.
Yeah. So the article will be, one of you will get up and say, like, I move to reappropriate the funds from the 2006 special article for the purposes of interior improvements to the library, or however we end up phrasing it.
It'll be
and
on
that's
a
something
strip of
Kristen and I
paper.
will work on.
Yeah, it'll be on a nice strip of paper so you can just read it.
Yeah, it gets written down for you.
I
You
think
don't have to
I
memorize
will-
anything.
Yeah.
I've done that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
A lot
just
of
give me
fun.
an index card.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody seconds
She
it.
gives you like a
and-
strip of paper.
Yeah, and Barry asks if there's any discussion, and that's when you guys can say, the director's here to talk about it,
Mm-hmm.
whatever.
We present to you Victoria.
Because I can't get up on my own, because I don't live here.
Right.
Mhm.
We have to call you,
Yeah.
invite you.
That's right, I
Yeah.
forgot because you don't live here.
You just sit in the special chair.
Yep, I get the special section.
I
But,
forgot about that.
yeah, that's it. I don't think we'll have any other articles that need to go up. The only other things might be if people have questions about the capital requests, then we would get called up to answer it. I think. Okay, I think that's it. Unless you guys come up with anything else that you want to put on the town warrant.
No, so the budget request isn't going to be. That's not at the town meeting. That will be at the town meeting. So we're
Yeah,
gonna
the
have
town
to-
meeting votes on the budget.
on
but-
each individual budget.
No. That should be fine. Usually just, I think FinCom makes the recommendation to approve it, and then there might be some discussion, and usually like FinCom will answer the questions, or maybe Kristen. But then if somebody like specifically wants to talk about like why is the library getting funding for whatever, then they could call me or one of you up to defend
So
our proposal. But that usually doesn't happen.
we're not. We are asking for somewhat of an increase because we're trying to change positions, right? Like the number of hours,
So it's
but it kind
it's
of
complicated.
washes because of the pages.
So I put in the budget request that is for level funding. So basically asking for the same thing we had last year, and that kept our positions the same, wages, everything the same. Actually asked for a little bit more for digital materials, ebooks and things. And then I put in supplemental requests for an extra library assistant position, and then to increase the services library from 18 hours to 30 hours a week. And those have to be like recommended by Kristen essentially, and then FinCom. So those aren't really part of our budget request right now. Once the town has a better sense of what will be available for funding next year, then Kristen can add in the supplemental requests to the overall budget.
Okay.
Does that make sense? The supplemental requests are for new things that we don't already have.
Okay.
So they're by no means guaranteed. They're not even guaranteed to be in the request that goes to town meeting.
Okay.
It's just gotta go through that committee
Yeah.
first, and
Yeah.
then okay.
So my
If the
understanding, we're
town-
looking to increase the hours of the library?
No.
No,
Is that
the
so? Okay.
librarians.
Yeah.
Oh, the
The amount of
librarians.
hours
Okay.
that have is here.
Yeah.
Okay.
And having another
Sam.
Sam.
to increase the
Okay.
children's
Yeah.
services that
Perfect.
can be
Would you
children and youth services.
have a second body, or would you just increase Sam's hours? A second
Yeah.
body?
Yeah. So
And
the
then
way
we
I
would
talked it over
basically be
with.
losing pages, which we never have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Regardless of
Yeah.
if we get the new staff or not, I cut two of the two
Yeah.
unfilled page positions.
Sure.
So nobody's losing their job.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
We had
Right.
4 positions. We only have 2 pages on staff right now, and I don't think we need more.
Right, right.
So
And you can
that's
give
how
them
I'm
a
kind
little
of
bit more
balancing
hours
out.
anyway. You know, if you have the two
Exactly.
of them, you can spread it out a little bit more rather than, I don't know, was it like 3 hours a week or something?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just, it's a little bit nicer for
yeah.
them.
I think it works
Mhm.
perfectly.
Yeah.
And that was kind of it's obviously not an equal trade-off because the pages
No.
get paid minimum wage. So that's
Right.
kind of, we'll cut it here, and then either we can take the money that was for the pages and get more materials
Yeah.
budget, or offset a little bit of the cost of a new staff position if those get funded. And I told Kristen the priority would be increased hours for youth services first, and then
That's huge, yeah.
Excuse me.
and then if there's even more money to go around, then an increase or an extra position.
Extra part-time
Yeah.
for, yeah.
And, we talked about how we're basically working with the skeleton staff right now. We don't have enough staff to cover both floors every hour that we're open.
Right,
Mhm.
right.
So she understands that.
Which is
So-
like safety.
A
Yeah,
real need.
absolutely. A
Yeah.
safety issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So just
Yeah.
to continue, like, just bare minimum service, this is to meet that need, really
Yeah.
isn't,
Yeah. It's to let it so that Hadley could do more programming. so
make
that
the best
I
use of your
can
time.
Do outreach outside of the building.
Sure.
Yeah.
So that staff can take a day off and it doesn't throw everything into
Mhm.
chaos to make
Right,
sure that everything is
exactly.
staffed,
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Right, because every time you have to stay at the desk, you can't do outreach outside the library.
Yeah. So that would be the point where somebody might have questions if those supplemental requests get on the budget request. They'd see that like the library budget went up
Mm.
25% or whatever it works out to. That I don't actually know what the numbers would be, but they would see a big increase. And so somebody at town meeting might say,
Compared. yeah.
why is the library getting a big increase? And then they might ask somebody to come up and explain.
Mhm.
Or they might not, FinCom might just do it themselves. I don't know. Who knows?
Yep.
It depends what people,
I don't really think there's
how people
anybody
get
that's
picky about things.
anti-library.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
No.
But it's still, it's
No, but I
good for
think it's
people
a-
to look at the
it's a
budget and ask
question.
questions.
Yeah, I mean, it
and,
could be a question,
people should know
absolutely. Yep.
or the capital requests that we're doing.
Especially with all
People want to
the
ask, why does the door cost so much
all
money?
the stuff about the budgets lately.
Yeah.
And
Did we have anything about the door yet?
No. I'm going to email Fred tomorrow and see if we've made any progress. One thing that I have heard, so one of our capital requests was for an ADA study. The town did an ADA study, apparently, a couple of years ago.
Oh.
oh,
So
Yeah.
I'm talking with,
I
didn't know
read
that.
the report.
I didn't know that.
We read that report.
yeah, I think yeah.
Yeah, and so the library was so I had reached out to CMRPC, which is Central Mass Regional Planning Commission, I think, and asked them, do you have any advice on how to do an ADA study or people who can do it for us or whatever? And they said, oh, you already did one. I was like, oh, okay.
I'm so glad you're asking these
So-
questions. It's
yeah.
so great.
So
Yeah.
I'm waiting to hear back. I just double checked with them that they think it's like comprehensive enough for the library specifically.
I mean,
Because
nothing's
they did
changed.
do all the towns, so I don't know. I looked at it, but I don't know like how
So they did, like,
in-depth
all the
they
buildings,
went, or if
right?
they just yeah.
All the municipal buildings.
Yeah.
Right. So we might be able to knock that one off, which would be
That's
good.
progress.
It was the bottom of my priority list, but it's still something knocked off the list.
It's all right.
Yeah.
That's you know what
It's
you
still-
still went
yeah.
after it. That's good.
Yeah, so hopefully we'll hear back from the other quotes that we're waiting for soon. Knock on wood.
Time.
So we're still waiting on a quote for the door. Or
Yes, we've gotten like a
This is an outside
preliminary
contractor, not
Yeah.
internal. Okay.
Yeah, we've gotten like a preliminary estimate, but they had come back and said that replacing the door with a similar wood door to what it is now would be, I already forget what it was, like $30,000.
Yep.
It was insane.
That sounds. Yep.
So Fred and I
So
were like, no,
exciting.
thank you. We said you can do a fiberglass door that looks similar,
Yeah.
and you can make it look the same. So
Some things you
that's
need
what
to
we're waiting
upgrade.
to hear, but I don't know why it's
As long
and
as
contractors these
somebody can
days.
push a button and it opens.
Right.
Yeah,
It'll be a lot lighter
that's-
that way too.
yeah,
that would be nice.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. So
I mean, one
see.
small step
yeah,
towards that ADA direction.
And they make those doors look wood grain. So
Yes.
Yeah, it's paintable.
yeah, I mean,
Oh,
yeah, it is what it is.
similar.
You
Just
know,
make it
I
nice
mean,
color.
it's not going to be suddenly like a.
yeah,
I mean, this door down here is a steel door.
Yeah.
We're not going to put that door upstairs.
no.
'cause it looks silly.
yeah, exactly.
But yeah, it is going to be another tight fiscal year for the towns. So
Silly question. Have you reached out to ask a bit about that? I don't know if they can do it, but something to think about.
it is something like they're doing the project at the public safety building.
Mhm.
I mean, we have to get quotes anyway, so
Yeah.
Is that the firehouse build out?
yeah.
Yeah.
So it might be something like once
Yeah,
we get
I mean,
a
I don't
quote,
know
we
if
can
that's
talk to Activate.
something that they can do, but it doesn't hurt to check because it would certainly be a lot cheaper if they did it. And obviously giving the kids that work together thing because it would
They're
obviously
already
involve.
gonna be in Berlin
Oh, you
anyway.
know what? If you do it next year, my son might be able to do part of the electrical.
Yeah, it would be next year. It would, yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
that'd be
something
kind
to
of
look
cool.
into.
Mm-hmm. Just like I said, I don't know if they can do it, but something to think about.
Yeah.
Always something to think
Definitely.
about and keep in mind.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It'll be tight funding all around. So
Mhm. Yeah.
get ready to do your advocacy
But-
work.
But it's a good thing.
When people ask you
because-
about the library,
Yeah.
really say
Hmm.
how awesome we are and how much we
Absolutely.
need.
But I think it'll be a good thing getting that stuff. It'll be tight. It'll be getting stuff done, so
Yeah.
it's worth it.
Yeah, no, it is.
You know, it's definitely worth it
Yeah.
in the long run.
And it's, that's just statewide, everybody's
Oh, absolutely.
state,
Yeah.
country, world.
Mhm.
It's hard.
Yeah.
On that note, what I forgot to put in the report is February 7th, which is a Friday. The Clinton Library is hosting a legislative breakfast.
Clinton?
Clinton, yeah. So I'll be attending. I know that I reached out to Senator Kennedy's office and asked them. They said that Senator Kennedy wouldn't be able to attend, but somebody from their staff will attend. And I believe Clinton has already asked Representative Kilcoyne to attend. So I haven't actually followed up with that, but hopefully, because Clinton and Berlin share the same representative, but different
Mhm.
senator.
I
Oh,
think she
okay.
lives there too.
Yeah.
So same state rep, different
yeah.
senator.
Yeah. Are they in Worcester County too?
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, I was thinking they were, but I guess they are.
Yeah.
I was like back and forth
because
for
we're
a
on
minute.
we're on the
Yeah.
border, so some of our neighbors are.
Yeah,
Middlesex
that's
and
why I
some
was
are-
like wondering. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So we share the same,
Same representative.
but not the
Different
same
state
senator.
senators.
Okay.
State senator.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, so
Nice.
that should be a good day of
Interacting.
talking to our state legislators about what's going on in the library world, and finally getting to meet some of them. Because I haven't actually met with any of them yet.
Oh,
I've
really?
met them both.
Nice.
Kilcoyne and Kennedy.
I've only
They
met
came up to the
them-
farm.
Oh, nice.
I met
Yeah,
them
I
too.
think
Met them in the.
my sister actually knows Senator or Representative Kilcoyne.
One of them
I think
came
they
to
were
the
in the
Boy
same school
Scout
or something.
pancake
Mhm.
breakfast one year.
Yeah.
Last year, I think. And you could tell she was dressed very nice.
Yeah.
I forget who it was. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they were both really, really
Yeah, they're
nice.
very
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. So
But yeah.
that's good. I think they're very nice. So
Yeah.
it'll be good.
Yeah, it should be a good day.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Very.
Yeah.
So that's Fridays, and you said it was a luncheon.
It's a breakfast.
Oh,
so
breakfast.
It starts at
Legislative breakfast.
8 in the morning.
Ooh.
Nice
Oh,
and
I wrote
early.
down breakfast, dummy. Okay.
So, yeah, anybody is welcome that wants to attend.
Yeah.
There's no pressure to, but
Mm-hmm. Good.
if you want to get a free breakfast and talk about libraries.
Yay.
And then programming. Pajama Storytime is still a very popular program. We did our winter
Fun.
holiday one. So we had Leslie Diggins, who is a local author.
Mm-hmm.
And then we invited an organization called the Village Worcester to read. They read a Kwanzaa story. Leslie Diggins read her Christmas story, and then Hadley read a Hanukkah story.
Very nice.
And they did some activities and crafts after.
We had 18 attendees.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes, it was a busy time in
Yes.
the children's room, which is
Fun.
lovely. So we lots of thanks to the
That's awesome.
local authors and storytellers.
Looks like it's picking up, huh?
Nice.
We're
nice.
getting there, yeah.
Yeah,
we're
good.
we're adjusting times. We were doing pajama story time at 5. We pushed it to 5:30.
Mm-hmm.
I think will be a little bit easier.
Mm-hmm.
So we also did our New Year's Eve party, which was a lot of fun. We did a
Mhm.
countdown to noon, and we started Creative Movement for Kids, which is a little dancing
Dance
party.
night?
Yeah.
Nice.
Getting the wiggles out. And then we have our Superb Owl Saturday, which is the day before Super Bowl Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't get that pun, that's what it is.
With a real
We thought it was clever.
I like it.
Yeah.
You just have to say it carefully. You can't say it too fast. You say Superb Owl.
Right. Gotcha.
But if you write it out, it's fine.
Well, I'm not a Super Bowl fan, so
Yeah, I'm not
yeah.
either,
So
but
kind
I like owls.
Head.
So,
We refer to it as the stupid bowl.
Yeah, well, just whatever.
so we have Wing
Get a square
Masters
owl
coming with they're
Wing
a rescue
Masters.
owl, or I
Ooh.
think just birds of prey in general. They have a lot of
Nice.
rescue birds. They're totally certified.
Mm-hmm.
So we're bringing some owls by.
Very
for
fun.
and then we'll
Oh,
do
that's very
some
cool.
Arts and crafts. So hopefully that's a.
I should tell
Is that
you.
all ages? Or is it
So the
mental or
owls, the owl presentation has to be ages 6 and up, just for the safety of
Sure.
the birds and the
course.
audience.
Mhm.
But then the arts and crafts portion after will be all ages.
I should tell one of my friends about that. She loves owls.
Yeah, and that's gonna be at the owl presentation will be at 2 p.m. It'll go until 3, and then the rest of it after.
Cool.
Um,
Very cool.
yeah. And then we have our
That's
stats.
awesome. Owls
Did
is
you
really
say 2
cool.
p.m.?
Yes,
Is it gonna be outside or inside?
inside. That is at the 1870 town
That makes
hall.
sense. Okay.
Yep. I think it'll be fun. I have high hopes for it.
Like I said,
great.
the 1870s all booked up. These library
us.
programs
I
going on.
Yeah, no, we are looking at the hours for things and
Yeah.
tweaking our new programs. I think one of the first things that we're gonna do next year, or maybe over the summer, it's maybe time to look at our operating hours.
Cool.
Yeah.
Adjust them a little bit.
In accordance with
I'd
all
like
of
to
the
see-
feedback we got from.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
I'd
in
like
the
to see like at least one later night.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely later
a little
night
bit
here
of a
and
longer
there.
day on Saturday.
yeah, that was one
Mhm.
of the questions about the hours in the survey.
Yep.
It was, are the hours convenient? And it got like a 2.5 out of 5. So
Mhm.
it was the lowest rated convenience.
It'd be a simple
Yeah.
way
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
make
So we won't
things
be able to
easier
add
for
any
people.
hours because we don't
Right.
have staff.
No,
But
but you can
But
just
like,
adjusting.
Like Mondays and
Yeah.
What are the
all
slower
maybe
days?
open
And then we
like
can,
1
you know-
to 6, and then
Mhm.
take those
Yeah.
extra few hours and
Yeah.
tack them
And then
on
pajama
Thursday.
start
Right.
time could be even later. Or,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, half a day in one morning or
Right.
2 mornings or something if it's slower on those days
Yeah.
in general.
Keep a little
Yes.
slash mark
Yeah.
thing like with each day, and then
Sure.
like morning, afternoon, evening.
Yeah, I've started doing, we're going to do it at least once a quarter. Eventually I might do once a month, tracking how many people are showing up each hour.
Does Bark let you
Yes.
do Stark stats by day or anything?
Does what?
Does the library catalog? Let
Yeah,
you
we
do
can see
reports?
what time books are being checked out. It's a little inaccurate just because automatic renewals also count as circulation.
Oh yeah.
And those happen in the morning, so sometimes it skews it a little bit, but it does give us a sense of
Oh, so that's good.
something at
Yeah.
least.
Okay.
So that's good.
Yeah.
That makes it a little
So-
easier.
Yeah. So
Cool.
keep that on the radar for a year from now or something. When we
Right.
talk about
Yeah.
what we'll change them to. And then we have our circ stats, which are about the same. I think we're still having problems getting our books delivered.
Ingram.
Yeah, so I'm looking at switching our main vendor over to Baker and Taylor.
So what is their issue, do we know?
Nobody knows in all of libraries.
Really? So it's just an issue with everybody?
They're just kind of not the only game in town, but they've been like one of the only. They've
There's
been
really only 2 main vendors to get
Yeah.
books from.
Yeah.
Baker and Taylor and Ingram.
So who's got the best catalog, like the best back catalog?
Ingram is saying that they're having issues getting books from publishers. They've also had issues with just a lot of new libraries, schools, and bookstores signing up to get books from them.
Mhm.
Staffing issues. They don't have enough staff to keep up. So they keep saying that they're trying to fix the problem and hope it's going to be
That's a
fixed
typical,
soon.
I
But
think.
their communication has just been. They actually don't say anything about
They
it
don't.
until enough libraries are like, "What is going on?"
Yeah.
And then they just answer the library that asked. They still haven't sent out any
It's been this way for, like,
customer-wide
10 years.
communication
Mm.
about what's going on. So Other libraries have also said that they have issues with Baker and Taylor. It's just issues all around. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping to get
you
it at
can't-
least a little bit quicker.
Yeah, maybe we'll see, right?
Because it's just it tanks your stats a little bit. I mean,
So does it is it affecting anything to do with like for instance the schools or anything like that where they kind of the schools will do book reports and things? That's why I'm curious about that if it affects it. Like in the summer reading, obviously
Yeah.
it's not now, but
I don't know. I mean,
Like a
so we get
seasonal
our
thing.
books processed by Ingram too, meaning they put the barcodes, the spine labels, they wrap the hardcover books in that plastic wrapping, which adds time. So if
Okay.
schools and libraries are just ordering the unprocessed books,
We don't
usually
have the
come a
staff
little bit
here,
quicker.
yeah.
right,
Um,
yeah.
So
But I mean,
the schools also usually place their orders well in advance. I know a lot of school libraries will do just like an order at the beginning of the year for everything that they'll need for the year, and it'll kind of come in as it comes in. Whereas public libraries are more apt to do
All
a
the time.
weekly or monthly
Yeah.
order.
Yep.
We do weekly.
Okay.
So, if the school's ordered well far out,
Right.
hopefully by the time the books are published, they've moved up the line and they're next in line to get their deliveries.
Okay.
But
All right. Makes sense.
Sure.
Okay. Just curious.
it's a little bit of a monopoly out there for book orders.
Yeah.
And there's not much we can do
And you
about
can't
it.
go to the publishers direct, obviously, right? No.
And if you went to,
Not that I mean, that would be crazy anyway. There's probably so many.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and if you did individual book buying through another way, you'd have to do a different purchase order for every single book,
Yeah,
right? Which
right. That'd be
gets-
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Just curious. Just learning.
Yeah.
Learning how it goes.
And they are starting to come a little bit quicker, but it's still just it's
Yeah.
not consistent and it's not like I can't count on anything.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It stinks, yeah, and it screws the stats
Yeah.
there. All right.
Does anyone have any other questions, comments about the director's report? I will move to submit it. Accept it as submitted.
Will second.
You want to submit it? All in favor?
Aye.
Alright, accepted as submitted unanimously. And we jump into the financial report. Anything of note?
No. Yeah, you'll see the big jump from November to December for book costs, and that's just because all the books aren't showing up that were back ordered. So
Because you pay for them once you get them.
Right.
Yeah.
it's all balanced out.
So yeah, if you average it all out.
Yeah.
Right. Well, yeah, because it was like 83 one time, and then yeah.
Yeah, it should be, about $450 a month, and that's kind of what it has averaged out to. So, but I think that's it.
Cool.
Alright.
Do you know how Canopy's going?
Still slow. I think we only have about 10 accounts right now.
You do like a little introduction. I don't know what
Yeah,
exactly it
that's-
is, like just to kind of maybe have some people come in and check it out.
Yeah,
or-
so that's what I'm thinking. So we've started our digital literacy classes with the grant that we kind of took over from the COA. And the first one actually went really well. We had 20 people attend.
Nice. Very good.
They were very engaged. They had a lot of questions, which was excellent.
That'll be a next month's report too.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, no, that'll be next month. Yeah, once we have a couple under the
Yeah.
belt. But so I'm already talking with Melissa at the COA about how we keep it going past February when the grant ends, and kind of what topics we want to keep going. So when we set it up, it was like we'll do computer basics and see kind of what happens.
Yeah,
And now
yeah.
everybody's coming in and they're saying, I want to learn about this and I want to learn about this,
Oh,
which is
good.
really
So,
good because
yeah.
we can tailor
Exactly what they
the
need.
future ones.
Absolutely.
And
That's awesome.
And now we have kind of a captive audience of people that we can already reach out to that we know need tech help. Rather,
Yeah.
it's hard to
Yeah.
advertise tech help because you're putting it on Facebook
Yes.
and saying, "Come learn about computers." But we can
My
put
mom-
flyers up everywhere, and we did
My
do
mom
that.
can get
but,
on
you know,
Facebook. She
exactly,
doesn't know how to
yeah.
do anything.
It's definitely got to be word of mouth.
Yeah. So now that people know about it and they're kind of paying attention,
Yep.
and we have that list of people, one of my ideas is to do a series of get the most out of your library card, and we'll do a class about
Awesome.
Yeah.
how to use the online catalog,
Mhm.
how to use Libby, how to use Canopy.
Perfect.
We'll do a class on each of those.
Awesome.
Excellent.
Excellent. I like it. I like it. I
Any
like it.
questions or comments about the financial?
No.
I will move to accept it as submitted.
I will second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, accepted as submitted unanimously. And then I don't think we have old business. There's nothing carried on from last month.
No, hopefully I will have the strategic plan either February or March.
Yeah, no, well, it's
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
I'm almost done with it. I got a
The
couple more
budget
things to finish.
Yeah.
And the annual
yeah.
report.
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
was a lot.
TNBLC.
So
Yeah, there's a
just
lot.
give me a heads up and I'll put it on the agenda.
Yeah.
And you're doing good. Doing very good with everything.
Thanks.
This is so great.
Mm.
And so no new business. Hopefully, when they come and do that usability study, we'll have some new business to discuss.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, they said it sounds like each of them kind of plan to visit for about 2 hours, take pictures, take notes, and it takes them a little bit of time to
Yeah.
compile everything and get a report to send our way. So, yeah, they're coming in February, so maybe March we can talk about that, or April.
Okay. Any trustee concerns?
No.
No.
All right, then I will move to adjourn.
I will second.
Meeting adjourned at 7:10 p.m.